Winning is obviously very important to you. Now, winning for winning's sake is important. But do you like to beat another man?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I like to beat him.
Well, you smile about it. You like to crush another man's ego?
Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to MLB The Show 21. Today, we are going to be making a hitting tips video. I was asked for, somebody asked me to see my settings. They wanted a video on my settings for hitting. Maybe even pitching too, I'm not really sure. So I'll do some pitching too. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this video or make a separate video on it. But basically, I haven't done hitting tips in a while. I didn't do hitting tips last year. Even though I went 12-0, I probably should have done it at least after that or something. But I did not get around to doing a hitting tips last year, but today we will be doing it, and I will be showing you how to really just improve your hitting and just see more results. If you're the type of guy who's lining out a lot, getting unlucky, just getting complete fucking bullshit, this will help you too, because at the beginning of the year, literally just like a week ago, at the start of me playing this game, there was so much bullshit. So much. I would line out so often, but I changed my shit and I figured it out. So, we're just gonna go ahead, one pitch. I got him throwing only fastballs right now so I could show you what you'd want to do while hitting a fastball righty-righty. I don't know how people are righty-righty, but I personally am fucking amazing righty-righty. I prefer it. It's my best way to hit. Basically, yeah, I crushed that ball to center field. Probably would be a flyout. But yeah, this is just, you can just watch me swing here. You can see that I do these little practice things to keep my movement going. You always want to be ready to move that PCI. You always want to move it before the guy even pitches, just to be ready for a pitch. Always want to be circling it around, just around where you'd be swinging, just so you can move it around. And there's a perfect. The best spot I am at hitting is the inside of the strike zone, righty. That is my favorite spot in the game to hit. You throw me right there, I'm gonna absolutely crush it. That's a base. That probably wouldn't be a base hit. I think that'd just be a grounder. Alright, we'll do one more here. One more pitch. And that looks like it might be... It's just short of being gone. Alright, so... options. So, if you're wondering how to get that PCI, here are the settings. You want PCI fade out? None. This is personally my favorite PCI in the game. I love it. I love seeing my PCI. I keep it at 100% transparency. I want to see exactly where my PCI is moving. I have it as red because I don't really think, besides the seams on the baseball, I guess, but at the same time, I don't fucking see that with how fast the ball is spinning in the game. But really nothing blends in with the red when I'm swinging around. I haven't really been distracted by anything else with my red PCI, so it's been working perfectly. It's really noticeable, so it works. No PCI outer. I got the Starfighter PCI inner. I just love the little curves it puts at the end. It puts these little indents on the edges. Kind of like it. PCI center, none. I kind of just stick with this. If I do PCI center, it just feels like my PCI is a lot smaller than it is. So it kind of just makes me hit worse and be less aggressive when you want to be aggressive. I want you to know that. You want to be an aggressive hitter. The thing is about being non-aggressive is that you will miss too many pitches that you could destroy. You will miss way too many pitches. There's a difference between being too aggressive and just not, like, just being aggressive. Like, okay, like I swing at almost everything, but if it's a ball, I'll hold back. But if it's a strike, I'm mostly going for it every single time. If I think it's in the strike zone, I will be swinging at it. That's just how I am, because I do not want to miss an opportunity of hitting a ball out. I have analog as my hitting or my input type. Most of you probably use buttons. Most of you probably also use zone, of course. I don't really know many who don't use zone. But under input type, I use analog. I use my right analog stick to swing the bat. I do not use buttons because I find that I just get more quality hits and less lineouts while using analog. I just do. I don't know how to put it. I just don't find myself getting out as often with analog compared to buttons. I also have dynamic in-play view offense. Basically, whenever I hit a bomb or something, the camera looks better. I just like it. Strike zone 2 is my hitting view. Sometimes I like to go zoom. You know, at the start of the year, I was sticking with zoom because I still hit good on this camera. My timing's just a bit different. I'm probably gonna look pretty bad right here. Yeah, see, I'm early on it. The timing between zoom and strike zone 2 will be different just because you're getting a different perspective. It's gonna seem closer or further depending on how you feel. So you will be either early or late. Now, let's go back into batting and let's make him throw only curveballs. Now, if you think he's throwing an off speed, right? You still want to. I still start up here, just in case he's throwing a fastball. But if I at the last second think he's gonna throw an off speed, which by the way he just threw a fastball, I was ready for it. I just don't know why the fuck he just did that. Okay, so I have to make him do it. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna sit up here still to start, but then I'm gonna slowly adjust down and try and be ready. Now I'm not the greatest at hitting off speeds. I'm not gonna lie. But if I am predicting on off speed, I usually do pretty good at it. Now that's a ball. Okay, throws 2 outside of the strike zone. Just trying to get 1 in the strike zone here. It is really fucking hard at off speed this year, though, I gotta say. Fastballs, man, if you don't throw a fastball, you're most likely gonna be fine. Another ball. Okay, this guy's not really throwing his curveball for strikes. It's kind of annoying. Come on, throw 1 for a strike. Don't make me force you where you're going to throw it. There we go. That's something I really like about it this year, though. If you do sit back on that off speed, you will probably just hit it to the gap because the swing just follows through and it looks really, really nice. Another ball. I'll try and get 1 more swing off here. Yeah, but I like starting up here or right here, and then I pull myself down, and then I like to push away, too. And there's a nice little hit. That would probably be a line out. Alright, so that's how I like to hit when it comes to off speed. I could show the changeup, but it's going to be no different. If you're thinking about away pitches, right here in the top right of the strike zone, like, let's get a fastball going there. Okay, yeah, that's right. Alright, let's get a fastball going here. Alright, so I'll be sitting up here. He throws a fastball away. This is how I'm still going to be sitting here because I don't know he's throwing it. That is usually the result almost every time when he throws an away fastball. Unless I do that. If I had a perfect, it's going to be a gapper. It's very easy to sit right here and still just push away when you see that fastball coming. It's very, very easy. A lot of hits will be made through that pitch. You tend to hit it a bit in the air, just enough over the infielders. Unless you hit it on the ground like that. But that actually doesn't happen as much as you'd think. It does happen, but you will find yourself just hitting it right into that outfielder spot. Let's get 1 more. 1 more to the outfield.
They can feel the beat now, and now they realize that what they hear is not just a string of...
Damn, that ball is actually crushed. That might be gone.
You know, or whatever.
That is.
That, you know,
Alright, so that is how I like to hit the fastballs away. When it comes to lone away fastballs or lone away cutters, just around here, I do struggle quite a bit. That is one of my pretty bad spots. But everywhere around here, and all around here, basically majority of the strike zone, I do not struggle with. I like righty at least. Let's get a righty-lefty situation. And let's do a fastball inside. Let's do inside in general. Alright, so lefty-righty, alright? This is what I like to do lefty-righty. Just like to sit right inside. Because most of the time, if they do throw here, they're going to throw it for a ball. They're going to miss. Or they're just going to throw inside. Now, this is a pretty hard guy for me to hit right now because Rich Hill doesn't even hit 90 miles most of the time. But let's see if we can hit one in play. There we go. I love hitting inside in general. Righty-lefty, it still works. You will find a lot more pop-ups from sitting inside righty-lefty, but it's just a spot you kind of got to sit. If you don't sit here, they will take advantage of inside pitches. That is almost gone. Wow, okay. Let's do 1 more.
the thing is to
Okay, come on. I can get one more play.
A little less, you know, obvious with it.
There we go.
They can feel the
Don't know if
beat
that'd be a
now,
base
and now
hit,
they
but
realize that
let's
what
get
they
back
hear
into batting. I think I will do 2 different videos. Let's get Seager out there, and let's do a righty again. And let's show you how I hit lefty-righty.
there's a pulse underlying the
Alright,
whole
so something I like to do lefty-righty.
have to be
I like to sit right up in the top left. This is just where I sit my PCI. It doesn't mean that I think they're always going to throw there by any means, but that is where I sit. Most people like to sit right inside and just swing from here. The problem about doing that, you are going online play-wise, you are going to find a lot of foul balls being hit. You are going to hit so many balls out of play and foul. It's not going to be fun. Perfect. The thing about sitting low or up and away is you're not going to be swinging at as many inside pitches that are actually outside of the strike zone, and you'll actually be able to. You'll have way better quality at bats when you're sitting up and away. You just won't swing at those fucking balls that are all on the right side of the plate, and that happens. Low fastballs, you will push it down fast, get right on that ball. You won't end up under it, and you'll end up hitting a bomb every fucking time. Majority of the time, not every time. And there's an inside fastball, and I still managed to get it out there because I'm pushing in. But it doesn't end up being foul. Why? Because majority of my PCI is to the left of that ball. And it took me a minute to even get to it. So it really works out on the inside fastballs if you think it's a strike.
feel it.
I love sitting up and away, though. I feel like I can adjust very well
Obvious with it.
to just about everything.
They can feel the beat now, and now
I
they
do
realize
tend to want to swing at those little
that
fastballs
it's
quite
not
often,
just
but I'm
a
able to check swing right there.
unrelated rhythmical things, you know, or whatever.
Let's get one more ball in play.
You know, there's a pulse underlying the whole thing, and it doesn't have to be constantly pounded.
Winning is obviously very important to you. Now,
There we go.
for
Perfect,
winning's sake
perfect.
is important.
Yeah, I do love hitting lefty, righty with the up and away swings. I do like how that works out for me. Let's get a lefty out there, but let's not do... Do we do Rich Hill? I don't know. I feel like Waka, or not Waka, Yarrow would be an interesting one to do because he has a cutter, changeup, sinker, and sweeping curve. He'd be an interesting one to do if you wanted to focus on hitting off speed. You know, in fact, I haven't focused on off speed. Yeah, okay, let's focus on off speed real quick when it comes to batting lefty, righty. So this still, I just do the same thing. I do not change anything. Kind of just sit right here, and most people don't actually tend to throw their off speed right here. They like to change it up and do right here. So sitting up here. Now see, that fucks me up. That fucks me up. That's a filthy curveball. Come on, throw it low and away. I don't want to force you to. Alright, well, he ends up throwing a curveball a bit inside, but still in the strike zone, and I crush it out. So I can still adjust to that, but I do want him to throw here to show you that.
The thing is to feel it, and to do something a little less.
Okay, that's like a base it up the middle, maybe. The thing I love about sitting up and away is that you kind of can just go with the flow of the pitch. That's what I feel like. Jesus Christ, Glasnow, you got no control.
That, you know,
Keep on throwing your curveball up there.
pulse underlying the whole thing, and it doesn't have to be constantly pounded.
Again.
Winning is obviously very
So don't be on the lookout for... Yeah, the reason I'm not sitting up here because I think he's going to throw an off-speed up and away. That is... I don't know why the fuck the guy's doing that. And that might be even another home run. Yeah. So lone in is actually like really working to adjusting to it just because it kind of starts up here and then you can just drag it down. You kind of just follow the ball. So it ends up being a perfect. But I keep on swinging at those. I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's get one more ball in play, I guess. He's not really throwing it away. And then what he does, god damn it, when he does, I don't make a nice swing. Whatever. All right. So, let's get the lefty out there. Let's get fastballs going. All right. We'll start with fastballs. Now, here's the thing. Lefty is without a doubt the hardest fucking way to hit in the game. Without a doubt, it's the hardest way to hit. Now, the reason why it's hardest to hit is because a pitcher that has a lefty on the mound and is facing you as a lefty has so many different ways they can attack you that is insanely difficult. And you have to dedicate yourself to hitting one of them. All you have to do is figure out how he's going to pitch to you. Is he going to pitch to you with inside fastballs? If he is, sit on that. But you also... Here's the thing I like to do as lefty. If he throws a fastball and I get a good swing on it and I know how this guy pitches, let's say, oh, okay, he's probably going to go off speed now that I had a good swing. I'll end up sitting on that. Wow, they call it a swing. I'll end up sitting down here a bit, right around here, so that I can adjust to a fastball. If he throws that, he ends up throwing a fastball away. That is not something you will see, really, at all from a player. But yeah, when you get a good timing, good idea is to just go sit on the off speed right down here. You can still adjust to that fastball if he throws it just a bit up. If he misses his spot down the middle, which a lot do, you will still be able to adjust to it. But if he ends up throwing an off speed, you'll probably be fine. As you can see, I'm really adjusting to it completely fine. Now let's get the off speed actually mixed in there. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's show how you want to hit inside fastballs. So if you are fully sure that he's going to throw an inside fastball, if you know how this guy pitches, you're going to sit on inside fastballs. One of the hardest pitches to time because you are when you're sitting up there, you are going to be a little too ready for it. What I'd do is sit right here. Why the fuck? His only spot supposed to hit is right here. Okay. Right here's a good spot to sit if you want him to throw. If you think he's going to throw up and in. He's thrown there twice now. Hold on. Why did it reset? Huh? Alright then. So, if you think he's going to throw up and in, sit right down. Because if you sit down just a little bit, it'll delay you just long enough. This is only if you're too early and you're too ready for those up and in fastballs. It'll give you just enough time to really just get up there. You will cause pop-ups, but at the end of the day, it's more worth it considering you're going to actually hit the ball and play. Let's focus on off speed. Let's get all three in here. Let him throw them wherever he wants. Now, when you think he's going to throw off speed, sit just below the middle and to the left. And you'll be able to adjust. Now the cutter, personally, just an unhittable pitch for me in this game. I'm not going to lie. I can't hit the fucking cutter. I don't know if you can hit the cutter. If you can, props to you. I personally can't. What a weird pitch. Lefty, though, for off speed. Just a hard way to hit. I'm trying to show it off, but I still can't. It's kind of just a pitching, like, you know, when I'm lefty and he throws off speed, I kind of just fight it off unless he hangs it. I usually do just sit right here, but it will cause so many foul balls. That's really just for BR. It's weird. I sit right here for BR. It tends to work because they kind of just fuck up and they throw a fastball down the middle. Wow, that ends up being a perfect on the cutter. It ends up being a home run up center. But for ranked seasons, I sit right here. Just right here, because they like to throw low and away off speed. Let's hit one more in play, and then I think that'll do it. One more play. Come on now. Hanging cutter. God damn it.
There's a pulse underlying the whole thing, and it doesn't have to be constantly pounded.
Okay, well, I hit it play, but I did not hit it well, because it's a cutter. Alright, but yeah, that is really just going to do it for this video. I think I'll do pitching tips for a different video if you guys want to see that too. But yeah, that's kind of really all I can give you for hitting tips. Where you want to sit, what you want to do you want to be aggressive, do you want to be patient? Both work actually. You can do both at the same time is really how I explain that. But, yeah, I'm out here trying to help you out. Just, maybe a few little things you didn't know that you should probably do that could help you adjust very well when it comes to hitting. You don't really have to use strike zone 2 as a hitting angle, I'd say. But if you are struggling to have an eye, you probably should use strike zone or strike zone 2. Either work. It kind of just gives you a better eye, to be honest. That's all it's really there for. You're more zoomed in. You can really just be a little bit more locked in when it comes to hitting. But yeah, boys, that is going to do it for the video. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy. Comment down below if this helped you at all for hitting. And comment down below if you'd actually like to see a pitching tips video. If you would, I will make one. Otherwise, I don't really know if I'll get around to it. But yeah, boys, I'll see you later. Peace.